straight in. I've literally just ran downstairs to get in front of this camera. We are episode 8. Episode 8 on a rainy day here in the UK. This is JLC TV Live joining us at lunchtime. This is our lunchtime live. This happens every day. You know the score by now, and if you haven't, should we wait for a bit before?
We've already got 4 people.
Already got 4 straight in. All right, nice. I like those ones.
One is Kelly, isn't it, Kel? Yeah.
Nice. We're getting all the internal love. Yeah, so guys, this is a new venture for us. So obviously we're doing all the episodes before. You might have seen the content there. We've built up quite a following over the past couple of months, but this is a new venture. It's all happening live. So this is completely, to a point, unscripted. So yeah, we are doing this as we go. Today's episode, we're going to be talking a little bit about more products. We got the JLC sample table in the warehouse, which we'll go through to in a minute. We've got some iPhone 16 speculations. So we are coming up to the new iPhone 16 launch. So I'll be speaking to some of the guys in the office about what their speculation is going to be. We're going to talk about these speculations. So we've got some hints on what it might look like, how much it's going to cost, that kind of stuff. And yeah, we'll talk a little bit about that. And guys, if you've got any questions or anything like that, this is a live conversation. This is us having a chat with you. So if you do have any questions or you want to pose any questions to me, please do not hesitate. Fire it in. If you want to stay, incognito, you don't want us to mention your name, that's absolutely fine. Or we can shout you out. That's fine as well. But before we get on, I'm just going to make another one of these mushroom coffees I had yesterday. It was so good. How are we looking at the moment?
We've got 7 people in, and James said good afternoon.
Good afternoon, James from Armello. I believe James is joining us back on Friday. Is that right? James, you with us Friday? I think he's going to be doing that on Friday. This Friday, actually, we've got me and a few colleagues. We're taking out one of our customers. We're going up to Watford. So that's what we do as well. It's all part of the sales wrap around that we do. We go out, we take them out, we do a bit of socializing. It's good to kind of get out with them, learn a little bit more about them, how they work, how they operate, and also just get to know them, because ultimately at the end of the day, people buy from people. I know it's super cliche, but if you get on with us and we get on with them, then we can do a lot better business, I feel. So yeah, that's positive. This isn't on.
James said, what's the deal with the mushroom tea?
So this is mushroom coffee, James. If you don't know, get to know. This is Kelly's brought this in. This is lion's mane, and you've got chaga as well. And you've got loads of other health benefits. James, I don't want to preach to you about mushroom health. I'm sure you already know, but for our viewers listening, mushrooms are very good. They're another kingdom. So you've got the animal kingdom, you've got the plant kingdom, then you've got the mushroom kingdom. They are another synopsis within themselves. There's over 6 million species of mushrooms on the planet, all very good to be healthy. They've done lots of health benefits, and they've done lots of research as well. But you won't hear about it in the mainstream because they don't like to do that. The big farmers, they won't patent it. They can't patent it. So yeah, that's probably another episode and something we'll talk about another time. But I'm having one, and this kettle is not boiling. Do you know what? Actually, we've probably got an urn.
We do have an urn.
Let's do this. How many viewers have we got, Bex?
We've got 11.
11.
But only 3 likes.
We've got a dance tournament going on down there. Also, as well, shout out to Arthur. So Arthur, it's his birthday today, and we've got Josh Singleton as well. It's his birthday as well. So what we do is, look, we've got a bit of cake residue there. So we all club together. We get cakes, well, the company does anyway, and we get them a little gift, and then make him feel super awkward and sing happy birthday. If we find Arthur, we might do a little bit of that. So stay tuned.
Track him down. James wants to know about your local mushroom store. Where do you go for mushrooms?
So there's actually a great place in Bristol called Fungi. So they actually do all of their own mushrooms. They grow it all in Bristol. I buy all of the serum. So I buy the drops. I have about, it's about 25 mil a day. It's I use lion's mane. I've got reishi as well. And I got shikati mushrooms as well. So, and I eat them. Oh, I drink them even. It comes in like a little formula. It comes in like a little pipette. You put them in. Tastes like earth, but that's fine. It's okay. And then that's the raw health benefits. Because a lot of stuff online, you can buy the pills, you can buy the coffee. A lot of it, as soon as marketing get hold of it, they wrap it around, and then sometimes you can't really be sure if you're really consuming the 100% of what they say it is. So I buy straight from the source. It's a good place in Bristol. It's called Fungi. Big up to those guys as well. They're brilliant. I've met them, and they are a cool outfit. Any?
Beak says she loves to hear about the mushrooms.
She loves to hear it, or she wants to hear.
She loves hearing.
Yeah, they're great. Mushrooms are good. Mushrooms are great. They are unbelievable, right? So they've done tests on so they did tests on mice. So it has a proven effect to reverse the side effects of what's that one where you lose your memory? I'm literally doing it now. What is it called? Alzheimer's. Yeah, they did this crazy test. So 200 mice, right? Listen to this. 200 mice. They gave them an injection, and they basically altered their brain in a way that made them forget where the food was on this huge maze. And then they gave them psilocybin, which is part of the magic mushroom, but it's all part of the same family. They gave them this over a 3-month period, and over time, new cells in the mice's brain, it started to piece together and grow back the damaged cells that represents what it's called again? Alzheimer's. What is going on with me? Do you know what? I can talk for a while, and I do forget that this is the JLC TV live strikes. It's not about the mushrooms, but I could talk about it all day. Appreciate the question, and let's have some more because I'm clearly forgetting. Do you have any more questions?
Kelly would like to know how old is Arthur and how old is Josh today.
I believe there is a balloon floating around somewhere. Actually, there it is. Look. there it is. So if we follow that balloon, we should find Arthur.
Oh yeah, he's 40.
He's 40. There he is. The birthday boy, Arthur. Happy birthday, my friend. 40 years old. Hey Arthur, what do you think about the new iPhone 16? What do you think it's going to look like?
Same as previous one, I guess. Stick with the USB Type-C. Now.
Yeah.
Interesting that they come up later. I mean, like when the new law.
Yeah.
New phones will have to have replaceable batteries.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a guaranteed.
Replaceable batteries. That's interesting. Yeah. That makes sense. And the batteries are notoriously quite bad, aren't they? If that happens over time, it gets worse.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely.
Modern phones are so good, especially flagships. It's worth keeping it for a while, you know.
Yeah. Great. Yeah, because Apple notoriously they don't like people messing around with their internals. I mean, that's always been their standpoint, isn't it?
They're very, very strict with the repairs. That's one of the things as well that when we sell products are certified.
Yep.
Like in the state of our products buy in certain stores will not work.
Yeah, they won't work. Yeah. Oh, don't we know it?
Damage the device.
Yeah.
Use a lot of our cables.
Yeah.
Especially,
Great.
High speed transfer.
Yeah. Great. A little plug there on the birthday as well. Thanks, Arthur. Cheers. Yeah, he's got the badge. Happy birthday, mate. Look at that, and he's on his, and Josh is 21 today, so he can finally drink in America. Young Josh, my protege, recently he's elevated to account manager level. He's flown the nest. He's done well, and Josh is cut from a different cloth. Any other questions?
Liv said she was struggling to hear Arthur there, so we'll make sure he has a microphone on the next episode.
You know what? It's good feedback as well. We do try, as Liv, this is a very new sort of show. We are evolving, and we take the feedback as it's meant positively. So appreciate the feedback. We'll make sure we'll mic Arthur up next time.
12 people watching, 3 likes.
12 people watching, 3 likes, guys. It really helps us if you give us a like as well. You don't have to comment or anything like that. Just give us a like. You're there. You're watching. You may as well show some appreciation. This is tough, just come up on the spot. So really appreciate the support. Thanks for joining us. And guys, and if you are just joining us and thinking, who's this guy? What am I talking about? I'm Jack Walsh. I work for JLC and have been for 11.5 years. We do this every day at 1 p.m. lunchtime. You join us and we'll talk a little bit about business here. We might talk about mushrooms. We might talk about anything really. I might go around and have a chat with some of the guys.
James has something he'd like you to talk about.
Far away.
What's the most creative way you closed a deal, and how did you celebrate afterwards?
Oh, creative way I closed the deal. I guess so. We have to go. I'm going to take you right back to the early years. Okay, so back in the day when we were really fighting for this to become a business, we had to get creative, and one of the ways I used to try and get people's attention, I would find decision makers and I'd send them. And we were in Clevedon, okay? So we're outside of Bristol. It's a lovely little seaside town, and it's got a rocky, lovely pebble beach, big pebbles, right? So I went to Clevedon Beach, and I collected a load of nice looking rocks. And then I went and sent them to all of the decision makers that I wanted to get a hold of. I sent them a rock with a note saying, I'm a stone's throw away. Super cheesy, but I actually got a few people on. So I did actually manage to close a few deals with that way. And the way I celebrated was, I think at the time I was probably late 20s. I probably went out to the pub and probably spent it. So yeah, that's the way I did it, man. Back then, that was creative. And there are plenty of other stories where we've got creative. Of course, we don't deal with end users now, but sometimes you've got to be a little bit different. You got to stand out from the rest, and it certainly did. A lot of them, for example, they just left the stone on their desk as a paperweight, harmless. Probably couldn't do that now because that's probably seen as a bit of passive aggressive, sending someone a rock with no explanation. So might be considered threatening. Who knows? Who knows? What a wild world.
We've got 16 people on and 5 likes.
Great. Guys, and James, thanks for that question as well. If you are just joining us, this is JLC TV Live. This is something we do every day, 1 p.m. We'll talk about, we're talking about products, we're talking about speculation. We've got the iPhone 16 fast approaching. And actually with that, let's go and see what some of the guys think. We're going to go over to the packing area.
While we head over there, Liv would like to know what's your funniest moment that's ever happened to you at JLC?
Funniest moment at JLC? I don't know. Okay, so it's my birthday, probably 2017. I went, it's probably the one that I can only mention. There's probably been a few that I probably can't mention. But one of them is they had actually filled my car full of balloons. So my car was full of balloons, and I actually drove home. I wouldn't recommend it. Very dangerous, and I wouldn't do it now. But it was, my car was full of balloons, and it was just floating up out of the car. Again, very reckless. Shouldn't have done it, but I did it. Guys, hello. No one's here. No one's here. Of course, it is lunchtime. No one's going to be here. Oh, we've got Emma over there. Emma, hi. How you doing? Do you mind us having a chat? Great. So this is Emma. Emma, how long have you been with us? Nearly a year. One of our newest down here, right? So we're talking about the iPhone 16 speculation. Do you have any thoughts on it?
I've just recently changed to Android.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Guys, they move amongst us. All right, they are out there. You are a psychopath.
I am.
No, I'm sure you're not. Okay, fair enough. All right. Well, look, the iPhone 16 is coming out. We're talking about speculation on it. I'm sure. Did you have an iPhone before?
Yeah, the 11.
Okay, and you didn't. What made you change to the Android?
I won it in here in a raffle.
We gave it to her. That's probably right. That's a great reason. That's a great reason. Look at that. That's so organic. I love that. Oh, okay. Well, fair enough. All right, Emma. Well, I'll let you get on with your work. But thanks for speaking to us. Look at that lovely orchid. Is that? I can't tell. That's purple, isn't it? That's lovely, isn't it? A lovely orchid. Purple. I wonder if it's organically purple. I can't tell because I'm colourblind, but that's another story. Hey, Chris, how you going?
Yeah, right, yeah, not too bad.
Chris, how long have you been here?
About a year and 4 months or so.
Have you got any thoughts on the new iPhone coming out?
Absolutely not.
No, fair enough.
I'm not an iPhone person.
No, because what have you got?
Android.
And where'd you get it from?
JLC.
we just give out phones here, by the way, guys. Guys, how you doing? All right.
Yeah,
This is our cheeky chat. This is John. This is Charlie. We're doing JLC Live, guys. Please do not swear. What's your thoughts on the new iPhone coming out at 16? Hold it in. Do you not have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just upgraded as well, so.
Okay, you might sit on it for a minute.
Yeah.
I need an upgrade. I got an iPhone 8.
That is horrendous. That is horrendous. Wow, that's seen some damage. Is that is that one that you've had for a while? Is that one that
No,
you lost?
I've lost
You lost it.
Yeah.
Well, you might stick around, and you might win a new one. Who knows? Thanks, guys.
We've got a question from James.
Okay.
What key strategies or habits have you found most effective in consistently achieving high sales?
Okay. So one of the main habits is you have to be consistent. So even though times might be good, times might be bad, you just have to remain consistent. So what I mean by that is have a plan. For me, a plan is key. I come in every day in the morning and I set out my plan, what my day's going to look like. The day might deviate, as it always does in sales, but you have to stick to that plan. You have to be consistent. So for example, we've carved out an afternoon where we only focus on new business. That new business helps channel later for later prosperous times. So that new business, that time in the afternoon that you've carved out for new business is detriment to your continue expansion and development. So I would say consistency is key. I would say enjoy what you do. Remember, always ask yourself, am I enjoying it? Am I enjoying it? Do I like what I do? Because remember, there's always someone out there that's going to love it a little bit more than you. And if you're in that situation, you don't want to be, just certainly in sales anyway. So ask yourself, am I enjoying it? What can I do to make it better? If you're not enjoying it, what can I do to change the scenario? Because maybe you're not enjoying it, maybe you're not doing well. But, you know, I would say consistency, love what you do, and yeah, have fun. So that's the one I would say.
And Kelly says she's heard iPhone 16 has an extra button called the creative button. Is that
I heard that too.
true?
Yeah, I heard that too. So it's like the one on the no, that's the iPhone 15. So what's this creative button about then? I'm not sure. You did send me this. You did send me the
I
spec.
think maybe it's for taking photographs.
Okay, creative button. I think there's going to be an AI feature around it as well, but that's a bubble within itself and something I probably don't know enough to comment on. But that's another story. Yeah, I like that question actually. What does it take to be consistent? I like that. That's good. And I guess it's always good to ask yourself that as well. And it's good for me to ask myself it as well. So it's like, oh, actually, what can I be doing more? What can I be doing less? What should I be doing more of? Guys, we actually have, are we going to be doing this again?
Oh yeah, the drop test.
Oh my
I think
goodness.
Kelly was gonna take part in.
So guys, if you haven't seen already, look at the previous episodes. We've been throwing this around like a frisbee, but it's not been coming back. It's been landing on the floor. We threw it out of the window, top floor. We threw it down some stairs. Yesterday, we threw it across the warehouse. I'm not sure where else we can throw it, to be honest.
Well, we're talking about tough things. James wants to know what's the toughest thing about selling tech.
Toughest thing about selling tech. The tech industry is always fast moving, so you have to stay ahead of it. You got to know what you're talking about. It's all right. The toughest thing is the speed of which things move. You have to be creative. And my sales techniques back in the early days doesn't apply to my sales techniques now. We've had a lot of the new guys join, and certainly in sales, they've introduced new ways of selling. So you have to be ready to adapt. You have to be ready for change. Change happens, certainly in tech, it happens so quickly. I used to resist change. Change made me feel uncomfortable, but over time you have to welcome it and you have to adapt. So that's probably one of the main things. You've got to adapt to change. Change moves so quickly in tech. And I know some of the things that we sell, again, a lot of them are phone cases, a lot of them are tempered glass, fairly two-dimensional products. But when you're talking about docking stations, when you're looking at display functions, headsets, webcams, those kinds of features where it gets really in depth, you've got to know your stuff. And to be fair, you don't always have to know what you're talking about. And I say this loosely because everyone is forgiving. We're all human. We're all learning as well. So a lot of my customers as well, I rely on for key information. And that's probably another key point is understand your customer base, learn from them. And that's why it helps going out with them as well, because you get to understand them, become friendly with them, and you can lean on them for support. It's not just you out there, guys. It's a whole channel. The channel is everything, you know. So yeah. I'm not sure what the question was.
We've got another question from Liv. What advice would you give someone wanting to get into sales?
Advice I would give someone to get into sales: ask yourself, do you want to be in sales? Can you put up with the rejection? Can you put up with the hard graft? Sales is like seeing somebody like who's doing really well online. Like you think, okay, great, they're doing really well. Like that's what it takes, but you don't see what they've done to get to where they're at. And it's a very, very, very small few that do well. And get those guys that do well, you hear about it, but the guys that don't, you know very quickly. So the first thing I would do is ask yourself, are you ready for those things? Are you ready to be rejected? Are you ready to put in the hard work that will ultimately determine whether you are successful in sales or not? It's like heaven, right? Everyone wants to be in sales. Like heaven is like sales. Everyone wants to go, no one wants to die. So everyone wants to go to heaven, but no one's ready to die for it. So everyone wants to be in sales because everyone thinks they make loads of money. Yeah, you do if you're good, but if you got to put in the work before, so you got to be prepared for that. And I'm not saying I'm good either. I've just been here a while and I just kind of semi know what I'm talking about. But even still, every day is a lesson.
We've got a debate going on in the comments about is Type-C good for iPhone or no good?
Oh, well, I always think a unified charging function can be good for everything, and I mean it good for in the terms of wastage. I think it's good that everyone's sitting on the same hymn sheet. Type-C can transfer data and charging speed a lot quicker, so I think it's good. I didn't like how iPhone monopolized the Lightning. I remember when they first brought out the Lightning function, and they got rid of that 3-pin. it basically made everything you bought from music docking station to in-car charging redundant. So I didn't like how they monopolized that. It meant that basically you had to, as Arthur said earlier, the MFI function, we had to incorporate that, which meant our customers had to pay more, which we paid more. So yeah, I think it's positive. I really do think it's positive. Any other questions?
A couple more.
Oh, I love these questions, guys.
James says, do you remember when you first switched to iPhone?
I do. I remember I had the Nokia N91. It was like a little flip one, and I had the 3GS. The 3GS was sick. It looked like a pebble, didn't it? Do you remember the 3GS?
I actually can't remember that.
It was like a white back. It had a pebble, and it was beautiful. Do you know what? I bought it because it had Doodle Jump. Remember Doodle Jump? That was the game. Now I love that game, man. Doodle Jump switched me over. But yeah, I remember, and I've never looked back since, just because I find the functionality is good. Actually, I put on an IP68 case on mine. I've got a little iPhone 12. To be honest, it's not the latest phone, but I just find that there's no, like, you can get into a right rabbit hole chasing all these new ones. And maybe I shouldn't be saying this on a tech channel, but I find that the iPhone 12 Pro has suited me quite well. And to be honest, I might get the new one, but I'll probably get the 15 Pro just because when the new one comes out, because it'll be cheaper and it probably does similar functions. So that's probably what I'll do.
Liv would like to know, do you need experience to get into sales?
Absolutely not. You do not need experience. You just need a good attitude. You need a good attitude. You need a positive attitude. That's all I would say. Of course, depending on what you're getting into, if you're getting into an AM, so account management role, or maybe you're looking at business development, it might help if you know the industry before you're getting into it. So, for example, if a business was going to employ you for a business development role in, I don't know, like a SaaS company, it would probably help to have some experience. But I would say in sort of early sales, I wouldn't say no. No, you wouldn't need experience. You just need a positive attitude, because remember, skill can be taught, attitude cannot. So we can teach you skill. We can teach the skill how to sell. Certainly, it's my role to teach people how to sell. Like, it's not me not doing my job right if you can't do it. As long as you've got a good attitude, then the rest will follow. We've had countless scenarios where we've had the right guys come in and they've had no experience in sales, and they've turned out very well. So they've done well. So yeah, I would say no, as a whole.
Do you want to show some of these cases?
Yeah. Okay. So guys, so we mentioned the iPhone 16 is coming out. So we have to get ready for that. We have to get ready for the eventuality that this iPhone 16 is going to drop. So most of our cases will be available for it, and for reasons unknown, our suppliers seem to know what the case is going to look like, or what the dimensions are going to look like before we do. I don't know how they do that. I don't know how they do it, but they do. This isn't iPhone 16 here, but these are some of our cases that we do for the iPhone 15 Pro. So we've got the Halcyon case, which is a clear case. It's very very popular. We've got our Explorer here, which is again very, very popular. Good with police force. A good rugged case. It's that champions and often beats the OtterBox. We've got a MagSafe here. MagSafe is a great function. I can see you've got one in yours, Bex. The MagSafe is a brilliant function. It allows for that wireless charging. Again, it's a function that kind of, I feel like, hasn't really taken off. Certainly in like enterprise and public sector, it's more of like maybe I would say it's more of an enterprise function, like guys that want to spend a bit more money on a case. But yeah, we do that, the MagSafe. And we've got loads of other options. All these will be available for iPhone 16 if and when it comes out. It probably will. It's when it will, and all of that. But we're ready. We're ready here, and we're ready for the eventuality, because we know, we spoke about this before, it won't come with a plug, guys. It won't come with a plug. We can guarantee it. And that's probably a positive thing, because, you know, they want a limited wastage, but also enables companies like us to offer you the our 20-watt VO plug. This is our fast charging 20-watt plug. We sell absolutely thousands of them. We cannot get enough stock in. It comes in white and it comes in black. We don't have black because we just had a huge order for them and we've had to send them all out. So we've got just the white one here, but these sell like hotcakes. They are brilliant. Have you got any more questions at this time?
I think it's time to do the drop tag.
All right, I've been trying to fit this on whilst talking to you guys. And guys, if you are just joining us, this happens every day at 1 p.m. This is where we talk about tech. We talk about some guys in the office. We talk about how we run as a business. It's a chance for you to engage with us as a business as well. Because remember, we're always learning, and we're always trying to learn from everyone else as well. So if you've got any more feedback or anything like that, I'm always welcome to hear. But I am ready to go. This is an iPad 10.2 in our Wolverine case. Comes with a hand strap, comes with a shoulder strap. Not on there at the moment, not armed. No, don't need it. Don't need it at the moment. But yeah, brilliant little device this is. We sell absolutely thousands of these. They're very, very popular. So without further ado, let us test its durability once again for episode 8. How are we doing this?
I think Kelly was gonna.
Kelly's gonna throw it.
Drop it against the wall.
Throwing the ball. Maybe we'll. Okay. Hey, you gonna throw this against the wall?
Wait, we've got questions.
Yes, they are.
Wait, you've lost your microphone.
So sorry, guys. Remember, this is the 8th episode. We're still learning, and I've got to carry the mic. So yes, they are. In short, they are. But when that Type C becomes pretty much dominant, we probably won't need to do that MFI anymore, because Type C, it works with all devices, which is another positive thing. Apple can't monopolize that charging function. Right, how are we doing this?
Kelly, I'm going to literally just launch it at the wall in front of us.
Okay, I think that's a solid wall. That's solid wall. That's not plaster. That's solid. That's brick wall.
Nice knowing you, iPad. Let's see if it works.
Okay, nice. The wall's intact, which is positive, because that, our landlord watching that might have something to say. All right, we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, the bezel has, look at that. Actually, it took a bit of a dent. That took a dent. But we know, I mean, the Wolverine has gone through much harder times than this, for sure. But let's see. This might be the episode it breaks, guys. And as you can see, absolutely fine, working. We're all good. The iPad 10.2 lives to tell another tale and to fight another day, all because of our Wolverine. And that wall is absolutely solid as well, and there's no damage to the wall. So landlord, we're absolutely fine. Well, so what should we do now? How long are we going? How long is
27 minutes.
27 minutes? Guys, this time absolutely flies by. I just want to say thanks for everyone for checking in as well. We really appreciate your support. Any likes, please fire him in last minute. Any likes?
6. No more likes.
No more likes.
15 people watching.
15 people, guys. That's okay. That's fine. We're going to be a little bit shy.
We've got someone saying that Emma is a future YouTube star.
Emma is the future YouTube
I have a
star.
feeling it could be her husband, similar surnames.
Potentially. Emma's brilliant. We would like to get more of the warehouse guys on this, and we'd like to get a few more JLC team, but everyone's a little bit shy, but it's okay.
Dominic, he has just said thank you for the confirmation on the MFI.
No problem.
This is very important whilst Lightning is still about. So I'm watching these guys do great power options, all Apple products at great prices.
Okay,
Some love from Dominic.
That's a great comment. Thanks, Dominic. Appreciate that, man.
And Ben Jesus liked us too.
Oh, nice. Look at that. Some last minute likes to close off episode 8. Guys, this happens every day at 1 p.m. So if you miss us this time, it's okay. You can always go back and have a look. And if not, you can join us tomorrow again live, where I'll be doing this again, probably. Something similar, and we can talk about other things as well. Maybe we might throw the iPad out of a window again. Who knows? But guys, I'm Jack Walsh. I've been your host. Thank you so much for checking by. We'll see you tomorrow at lunch.